Hello America, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Married at First Sight, Season 11, Episode 3. If you hear any noise, it's not me washing the dishes, so that's all that matters, okay? I'm not washing them. You know, I've just been really not doing nothing. When you really think about it, like honestly and truly. Okay, so they all go and they see that they got apartments in the same, you know, building like they always have. They 2-bedroom apartments, but they ain't got no balcony from what I've seen, so that's a little bit tragic in my opinion. Bennett is very happy to be on this wild ride that he signed up for. They are going to go see Amelia's house. Amelia lives in this big house with a lot of roommates. He says that scares him because he doesn't necessarily have a mature relationship with money. And then he finds out that she was homecoming queen. He's like, I never thought of myself marrying homecoming queen, you know, so like, I just hope I don't mess this up. So then she goes and sees his tiny home. He built this tiny home. It don't have a bathroom or a kitchen. So he said he'd go up there and use the kitchen and the bathroom. And I was like, up where? Are you like in your parents' backyard? Where are you? Where you can knock on somebody's door and say, hey, can I use your bathroom and kitchen? And they be like, yeah. Like, okay. But he hopes that, you know, she'll like it. She really enjoys it. She likes the stuff that he has. You know, she says that this makes her like him even more. He's talented. He's creative. He's all these things. Pastor Cal comes to visit. You know, everything is cool. And then they get to the conversation of, you know, is he going to move with her if she needs to go someplace for her residency? And Amelia is like, you know, we've been on the same page thus far. So, and Pastor Guy was like, let me tell you something. I'm going to call him PC, okay? Because that's what he's in my phone as. So, well, not like his number, but you know what I mean. So, PC is like, girl, just because y'all on the same page right now don't mean y'all going to stay on the same page. So, what's going to happen? Bennett is like, I don't know, man. We just gonna have to cross that bridge when we come to it because, you know, I got a life. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. But they do agree on her, I guess, being the primary breadwinner. Not primary, but being the one who brings more money home because she's gonna be a whole ass doctor. And him, you know, mostly taking on the role as like staying at home. Not really staying at home, but being more hands-on with the kids. You know what I'm saying. The parent, you know what I'm saying. And so he's like, that's cool with me because, you know, I'm a writer. I can do that anywhere. So if I'm just at home with some kids, you know, and writing and creating music, then why would I be mad about that? Sorry. So Karen still has a hang up about, what's his name? Miles. Who the hell was I? I have no idea what I was about to say. I think I was about to say Bennett. Then I think I was about to say Brandon. She has a hang up about Miles, you know, because he's 4 years younger than her. She says that he seems mature, but she wants to see him in his natural habitat, going to work, you know, being a real person, doing real things, and not while they're on vacation. So they go to her apartment first. She says it feels very weird to have someone in her apartment. She hasn't had roommates in a long time, nor has she had a, you know, a significant other. So it's a little like scene with them and her. Oh, did they go to his apartment first? Yeah, they went to his apartment first. And that's when she found out he had a whole bunch of shoes. And she was like, man, you got way too many shoes. Then they go to her apartment and she got about as much shoes as him. That's why they be matching these people, you know? That's why they be matching these people. Because I will never forget. I don't care what you say. I know the matching be deep and personal and all of that. But I will never forget when Deanna said, I got this blue bathing suit. And Greg pulled out some blue trunks that matched perfectly. And I said, that's why y'all were matched. See, it's the little things. It's the little things, okay? So PC comes and Karen says that, you know, she still feels like this man is a stranger. PC is like, this is not a stranger. And I was like, girl, Then a stranger, like, I know y'all ain't done nothing intimate, but you literally slept in a bed with this man. I don't think I can sleep in a bed with a stranger for 5 nights. Not for 5 nights. We gotta at least know something about stuff. PC asks them, are they attracted to one another? He says he's attracted to her. She says she is attracted to him. He says, dang, you know, compliments are very hard to come by, so it's really nice to hear that. They haven't been intimate. He likes to, you know, be very affectionate, but she doesn't really, she wouldn't know how it would feel to have somebody all walking up behind her, kissing her and stuff. And she says that she's just nervous because she doesn't know if this is the real him. She has trust issues. I guess when, you know, the man that you're with has a baby on you, you tend to form trust issues. She says that she's afraid of being hurt. He's like, bro, you know, I ain't gonna leave you. I ain't gonna leave you. She like, okay, that sounds good, but you know, I've heard nice things before. And he says, you know, I have no intentions of hurting you. And PC says, you know, we matched y'all because y'all got what it takes to work. And so Miles says that he wants to make sure that he's very respectful of her and her boundaries and her timing as far as intimacy. But also he doesn't want it to get to a point where now, you know, he's like not fulfilling his own needs. And Karen is like, no, I don't think you should put your needs on the back burner. We need to know if we are compatible and our true honest selves. So PC is like, what would you need to be happy, Miles? And he's like, you know what, to be honest, like, if she's happy, then like I'm gonna be happy. And so PC is like, okay, so if y'all never have sex and she's happy as hell, you happy? And he like, no. And he says, okay, well, you need to figure out what you want. You need to figure out what is going to make you happy. Be honest and tell her, and then get your relationship on the road. Okay, thank you. I don't understand why we saw PC come and visit with Amani and Woody before we saw them in each other's house. But Woody lives with his grandmother. He got a hat wall. He got a lot of shoes and a lot of hats, and Amani's not interested in having a hat wall in her home. They go to her home. I'm trying to remember her home, like, in my mind. I'm trying to is that the home? Why did they have a Christmas tree up? They did have a Christmas tree up, and she got a lot of sparkle. She likes sequins, and he said that he was just, you know, looking to see if they style matched. But I don't think he was talking just like clothes, maybe, but I don't know. Who knows? PC comes to visit them, and you know, they talk about how everything is cool. They talk about how they had sex. He's like, so y'all using protection? And she was like, yeah. Well, I mean, one time we hadn't. And Woody was talking about he wanted a honeymoon baby, and PC was like, you're absolutely out of your mother effing mind, okay? Wear a damn condom, because we're not doing that right now. So they get into talking about boundaries, and Woody says that he doesn't like surprises. And he says, you know, like, if you wanted to cut your hair, you would just like have to tell me, and then we can discuss it. And so she's like, no, it's my hair, you know, I mean, I'ma cut it if I want to. And he was like, no, like, what if I come home and you bald? And she like, well, I'ma just be bald then. And he like, okay, so what if I like quit my job and just come home and be like, I quit my job? And she's like, that's clearly not the same thing, considering it's a livelihood. Anyway, I think Woody should have led with the abortion story if it was, you know, I'm not saying it wasn't true, but I'm just saying Woody should have led with the abortion story, okay? He was with someone, they were going to have a baby. His girlfriend at the time decided to get rid of the baby. They didn't have the baby. That is what prompted him to want to be in on these decisions. But also he was like, I mean, what if you come home and you bald and I ain't attracted to you? And it was like, okay. And so then Pastor Cal was like, okay, what if she develops alopecia? And he like, I mean, but that's different. PC is like, it's literally not. It's not. He's like, well, I mean, like, that's a disease. Like, no. No. I just would like to discuss things. And she said, well, I have no problem discussing things with you. But at the end of the day, you know, it is my body, my hair, and I'm going to do what I want. Obviously, like, I can understand where he's coming from as you know, with something as serious as an abortion. But, like, he should have just led with the abortion, or, like, when it started getting out of hand as far as him, like, well, you know, what if I find you pregnant? That should have been, like, not, you shouldn't have said that. You should have, like, ooh, maybe that's not a cute thing to say. You should have said, you know what, things have gone on in my past that I just would like to, you know, not be surprised with anything that would, like, affect our relationship. And I don't know, maybe hair would affect our relationship. But he just should have said it in a better way. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Now let's get to what we really need to get to. Let's talk about Christina and Henry. Yeah, I do remember the preview when Henry, you know, he went into quarantine, and when Henry was talking to the camera and he said she wasn't quite honest. You know how I said Karen had a lot of shoes, and then she was like, damn, Miles, you got a lot of shoes, and then we seen she had a lot of shoes. Well, granted, she is a flight attendant. I used to watch a flight attendant on YouTube. And she had a home, you know. She would, like, I think she was based out of Georgia, or like she had moved back to Georgia, but she used to be based out of Texas or Georgia, then she moved to Texas, then she was based back out of Georgia, but she had like a place, you know, like a home. And granted, she did have a child, and so maybe, you know, you do need stability when you have a child. But, like, I didn't really know that, like, you know, some flight attendant. But I would assume that you, like, having roommates is one thing. But anyway, they go to see Henry's house. Henry's house is small. But the walk down to the kitchen, that house is great for a single person. That house looks amazing to me. I love walking down into the kitchen. He ain't got nothing in his refrigerator. Christina called him weird for playing games with his friends' kids. So he was like, okay. Yeah. So they take like a chicken or a bird with a crown and some other stuff to put as decorations. Then he's like, okay, cool, let's go to your house. And she said, what did you say? Well, look, some of my stuff is in storage. Some of my stuff is in California. Some of my stuff is in, you know, the car. So, yeah. But it was weird to me because she said he don't have a lot of stuff. And though she may have a lot of stuff spread out places, I'm gonna need you to shut the hell up, okay? I'm gonna need you to shut the hell up. You was sitting here talking about, oh, it's so small, but like, as of right now, in this moment, shut up, okay? So PC comes, and PC is like, how y'all feeling, you know? Christina said, it's been moving slowly. They haven't really deep dived into any conversations. She says that, you know, she says that sometimes she sees glimpses of him being awesome, but, you know, she's never been the aggressor in her relationship, and guys meet her and then say, oh, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in the world, and then they date for like 5 years. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. So Henry says, you know, he's had relationships that have moved fast, relationships that have moved slow. And PC is like, okay, so what makes your relationships move fast in the ones that did? And he says, I don't know, it's like, you know, a certain type of chemistry, blah, blah, blah. And he says that it's feeling like a friendship vibe. And that she can be impatient and high maintenance sometimes. And PC is like, well, you know, you may need someone to bring out those things in you. And if you want to have something, then you may need to work on it. If you don't have that instant spark of chemistry, then you may need to work and build and be better, you know? So, do that and stop. Like, actually find out about. Now, I was on Reddit and people was like, how dare Henry say that she's in the friend zone? But the thing is, didn't Christina, it's weird to me because Christina said that she felt like they were in the friend zone. Henry said he feels like they're in the friend zone. But, like, she was so patient with him. Like, I mean, how was she patient with him? Christina has never opened up her mouth and said, or maybe she has and we haven't seen it. You know, because they don't talk about nothing deep. They don't talk about how was your past relationships. They would never get as far as fucking Bennett and Amelia talking about what other people in your past relationships did to make you feel loved or make you feel appreciated. They ain't even got that damn far. They don't even be holding hands. Gosh, Miles and Karen ain't fucking intimate. They ain't kissing or nothing. But he done told her he got depression. He letting, like, come on. They talk. So really, honestly, they both getting on my damn nerves. Because Henry, if you want to do something, then talk. Christina, if you want to do something, then talk. Neither one of them are talking. Neither one of them are saying, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. All they're saying is, hey, he's never been out the country. Like, talk. Like, it's not hard. Just talk. Just talk. And since Christina wants him to be all of this stuff, then you need to push it along. Like, after a certain point, you can't want somebody to be something you haven't told them. You haven't, like, is he supposed to be a mind reader? And, like, if you say she's high maintenance and impatient at times, then why haven't you told her that? Duh. Anyway, look. Okay, so Olivia and Brett, they went to her house first. She rents. You know, she has a nice little house. She has a pink bathroom. I didn't see her cats. But, you know, she says that she hopes that they'll move into her place after the experiment is over. I mean, no. He owns his own home. I don't think it would be smart for him to not own his own home and go back to renting because you like your place. No, that's not smart in my opinion. Anyway, he said it's not responsible for her to be renting. Look, bro, some people don't want to own a house. Okay? 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 Damn. Anyway, so he's like, oh, this pink place, this pink bathroom, blah blah blah. Okay, so they go to his house. I mean, his house is a little messy, you know, it's a little not decorated, but it looks like a nice house, you know, granite countertop, hardwood flooring. I don't know how many bedrooms they should. I would love to see the whole house. Anyway, that ain't my business. But she wasn't anything. She wasn't giving him no type of enthusiasm. She wasn't giving him no smile. Why she look at the kitchen like that? She looked at the kitchen and she said, like, it's a kitchen. Like, you can hate the house or you can not like the house. She didn't think that it was styled nicely. You can dislike the house, but the kitchen didn't. So he says that he didn't like how she made him feel about the house. It made him feel like shit because he was, you know, excited to show her. You know, he worked really hard to have his house, and to not have as high of a paying job, he has a home. So she seen that he had a double monitor, and she was like, oh, he's a gamer. Is there something wrong with being a gamer? Like, I'm not a gamer, man. But, you know, I be playing The Sims. I ain't played The Sims in so long, so I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I think I'm gonna play The Sims tonight. Yes, I'm gonna play The Sims tonight. But like, what's wrong with being a gamer? If you play some games I like, then maybe we can play them together. Like, So PC comes, and then they just have a full-blown argument. Olivia says marriage is much harder than she thought, but it's worth it. He says that he has a capable wife. So I don't know. Okay, I don't know. They're both attracted to each other. They both want to wait for sex. She says that her concern is going out and traveling, and she wants to do that with him, but she's unable to because he has a budget. And he says, well, unless you foot the bill, I won't be doing that. And she says, I won't. Okay, but like, that's like a friend. You go out with a friend and you like, hey girl, you want to hang out? And your friend is like, girl, I ain't got no damn money. And you like, did I ask that? I said, do you want to hang out? So that's kind of how like if you want to spend time with somebody, then I'm not saying like, you know, go on a $10,000 trip and put down the $5,000 for him. You know, I mean, if y'all married and like been married, then that's fine. But like, if you want to go to a Saints game, you want him to go with you, tickets is $150, then why can't you put down that $150 if you want him to go with you? And it's not like this is just some man you like paying for. This is like he ain't like a sugar baby. Like, he's your husband. But anyway, he's like, well, if you ain't footing the bill, I won't be doing it. Then they have a disagreement because he's like, you want me to like ruin my retirement for us to be going out? And she's like, no, I just want us to have, you know, like fun, and I don't want to not spend money on entertainment. And he's like, well, you don't know how to budget. And she's like, I asked you, like, you know, to like help me get things in order, but you don't know if I know how to budget. I pay all my stuff on time. I got debt, but I guess it's student debt, because if she paid all her stuff on time, she wouldn't have debt if it's credit card, and that would be irresponsible if she was going out and doing a lot of stuff and she had like credit card debt that she could easily pay off. Student loans are different because they want $97 million every month. I don't know. I paid off my student loans. I had no other choice. Okay, pay off your student loans because they become, anyway, any fucking way. So he's like, no, she doesn't have a budget, blah blah blah. Anyway, I think that Brett was angry. I don't know if Olivia was angry per se about, oh yeah, Olivia may have been angry about when they were sitting on the couch at her house, and she was like, yeah, this is perfect, it's close to work, you know. He said it ain't close to my job, and she was like, she said something, and he was like, oh yeah, this is a nice place, you know, if I had money, this is a nice area of town. If I had money, then I'd be living here as well. And I think that's what made her annoyed, right? So then when she got to his house, she was like, man, this is a piece of shit. And so that's what made him annoyed. So then when PC came and he was like, hey, how y'all feeling? Brett was like, she ain't got no damn budget. And that's how it started. So I thought that man got up and left, but he just brought her a tissue. And, you know, I can't remember how it ended. So yeah, but I can definitely see that they just not a good match. They're just not a good match. Neither one of them are a good match for the other one. And Henry and Christina, I don't know, I'm not gonna like completely like kick Henry, but like, when have you seen her be impatient and high maintenance because the food was wrong and she wanted to eat the right food? Or when the producer said Christine instead of Christina and that's her name? I don't know. Anyway, I've been watching this show that used to come on Lifetime called Unreal. If you have Hulu, it's on Hulu. I think you should watch it. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but I just think you should watch it. Anyway, I'm done. If y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or visit my website. My name is Brielle. I make beats, I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. That was super fast. Bye.